is weird. What? Oh, that is so interesting. I guess I didn't notice that was a new feature. That's pretty cool. Sorry. Hi guys. Hello. Welcome to another video from the creator. So I wanted to first record some interesting experiences I've had recently, and then also to speak about the goals that I'm working on, and to give you kind of, I guess, the sort of update from the creator and the channel. So first off, I had on Wednesday some friends of mine. We were getting, they were picking me up, so that way we can go to another friend's house for the weekend for healing and stuff. Now I wasn't doing healing. I just wanted to be there to be support and to spread my love, which also is a really cool experience. Before I talk about the all other awesome experiences I've had recently, I wanted to first talk about this one. This one is not good or bad. This is just an experience I've had. So my friend said she spotted a deer. I made her turn around because, as someone who respects the dead, I wanted to make sure that the animal crossed over, properly. And I felt like the animal was lingering around because I saw a deer a few before she even said that. I saw the deer, and I thought I was tripping for a hot minute. And knowing myself, I should just listen to what I said, because then after listen to my abilities, because as soon as I saw that deer, she makes the comment. So I asked her to turn around, right? And I had dragon's blood resin on me. It was the only uh, resin I had, or any spice really. And dragon's blood I use in a. I actually use that if I don't have anything on me, and that's the only thing I use if there's something that I really need to get done. So what I did was I sprinkled the resin over the fur of the spirit, and I could feel in its moments, I could feel everything that happened to this animal, both while it was alive and while it was dead. It was really awful. The last few moments of it, to, it's just awful. But the cycle of life must go on. And so I prayed over the soul because I could feel like it was lingering, because I didn't know what it was like. Like, where the fuck was I? It was like, what the fuck? So I prayed over it. I opened the door for it to go through, and I called forth Diana and Artemis, and I asked them, they watched over the spirit. And I asked that if possible, to allow it to reincarnate as a human, because I would like for, I was just explaining to Diana and Artemis, yeah, if it needs to return as a deer, so be it. But if it wants to return as a human, experience human life, please don't stop it, And I said to watch over it in on the other side, and I felt it leave. It was like a feeling of peace. It was really cool. It was an interesting experience, but I never had seen a dead person in a long time. Not a dead person, a dead animal spirit. And that doesn't mean I don't see all kinds of spirits. I just choose to sometimes it is not that I don't choose to be a medium. I allow the gift to be open. But some people in this day and age are not open to hearing what you have to say. So I always tell Spirit that only those that are open to receiving whatever message, let it be known, let the message come through. But if they're not open to it, I'm just not going to do it. Um, so it was a very interesting experience, and so we get to our friend's house, and man, their place is super magical, right? super magical. They got fairies, they got all kinds of extraterrestrial activity. I mean, when it be popping, it be popping, like for real. Um, so yes, I will do that. I'm listening to my plants. It's interesting. Whew. I've had the ability to like hear plants and stuff, but I could feel life force, right? So I think in a way I numbed myself so I didn't feel what they were going through and hear them because it was just so awful. Because even just mowing the grass was very painful for me as a child because I could hear their screaming and it was just horrible. So as I was cutting one of the leaves off, and I was going to use it because I thought they were dead, I was just going to use whatever I could and then turn the rest into like a cool little art project. I swear to God, I heard him loud in my left ear, like, ow, that hurts. That hurts. And immediately I began cradling this thing and I was like, oh my God, you're still alive. I'm so glad. I thought you were dead. I am so sorry. And eventually it got calmed down and we were able to come to an understanding. And so I put all of them in vases and hopefully, because they look like roses, hopefully they'll be able to grow. I want to see if they'll grow roots because then if that happens, they'll be able to transfer them. So hopefully, I'm praying that they'll come through. And if they don't come through, it's their choice if they want to live or if they choose to not live. I'm going to help them as much as I can, but other than that, I will leave it up to them. And I think they kind of like that I'm leaving it up to them and, that I'm here to help. And I think they understand the point. Anyway, but it was very interesting. So my friends went to an ayahuasca ceremony, right? I went with them because I wanted to see, like, because I've been in ayahuasca ceremony where I've had the medicine, never saw it from the outside. And let me tell you, oh my God, it was so beautiful. Like, you could just see, this is so wow, like, so wow. To see, like, the before interacting with them and then seeing them after, it's like a whole new you. That's just super wow. Like, I just can't really, there are really no words to describe how transformative, how beautiful and powerful ayahuasca, the mother, can be. Um, but I could feel, like, as an empath, I don't ever shut off my gifts. I allow them to be open 24/7. You know why? Because it's better to have them open than to have my senses dulled. And, a lot of my gifts, I dulled them when I was a child. But I'm allowing them to be open because I am like, okay, they obviously are here. Why deny these aspects of myself? You know what I'm saying? So, um, that's something I've learned to just allow myself to feel it all because it's better to feel it all because then who the fuck be trying to cock you sideways, who's be trying to like cheat you out of some deal. Like you really know who's who. But while I was there, I could like I'm gonna draw it because it's how I saw it with my clear sentience. It was like this net, quantum net, and in there's like this oval sphere, which is where everyone was doing all of their individual shadow work and or healing or whatever it is they were doing. And there was one time because I was projecting love. Like the first time that I was there, when I first arrived, I started my praying because I said I wanted to observe and to really pray because I was only allowed to observe and to pray. I wasn't allowed to do any energy work. So I prayed, right? And I did my thing and I called in I did my angelic prayers, my saint prayers, all that good stuff, right? All that prayers. And so time goes by and I see like people be struggling. So what I do is I get in the meditative position and I allow all of the love that I have for all, and allow it to go forth to the group, to all, not just to the group, but to all. Specifically to all. That's just, there's no specification, it's just all, right? And I got two different people, like I Ashley and this other lady, they're like, yo, we felt your love. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? They're like we felt your love during the eye. I was like, oh, you must have been talking about when I was doing, you know, I was sending love because I kind of felt like y'all were like, don't do the shit. There was some demons that were trying to come up in there. There were some things that I could not interfere with because they had agreements and they had lessons to learn. But those that were spirits that were not there for good intentions, my love just sort of like made this barrier, and I couldn't stop people from I don't want to stop people from choosing what they willingly call in or want to work with, but I just wanted to make sure that those that weren't being called in, like, and that had ill intent for the group, it was really cool. Uh-huh. Okay, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to talk to Baal and get that confirmed because I don't allow any. Even though you say what you say, I trust Baal and the Guaisha better than I really do their subordinates, so they're gonna have to come to me for that particular topic. Not that I don't believe what you're saying. I mean, I give you the benefit of the doubt, but I really, if this is a discussion that needs to be discussed, we need to discuss this, but not here. We're going to discuss this in my astral sanctum. We'll get this all figured out, but for now, I need you to go back to wherever it is you came from, and we'll talk then. Okay? Cool. Sorry, there was a spirit here that was like trying to talk, but I was like telling him I'm busy, like we'll talk later, we'll open my astral sanctum, blah blah blah. Just the usual. Um, so I've been really projecting a lot of love, and then later today, or last night, really, I was projecting all of this love, and I still am. I'm still like in a subconscious way. I notice if I think about it, I notice that I'm still doing it, but it's like I'm projecting all of this love because I have so much unconditional love for the all. There's just so much infinite, eternal, like omnipotent, universal, just so much unconditional love for all. And that includes myself because I'm part of the all, right? And so it's just really cool because it's been very healing. Anyway, so another thing that was interesting was we get to my friend's property, and they have kind of cool technology to where they can pick up ghosts and stuff. So they had this I think it was called like a spirit box or a black box thing that you can pick up on the voices of the spirits, and the fairies were like they it's kind of cute. It was like, we love your hat. It was so awesome to just know that the fairies love my hat. I mean, the bells, obviously, but I just didn't. It just was such a beautiful message. Just, they love my hat. That's how you know the fairies love. I know I work with the fairies, and it's just like, damn. At least I'm doing something right. Um. So yeah, where was I going with this? Um. Overall, for the time being, I'm just as far as the goals though. I think it pretty much covers all the interesting experiences I've had recently. But So, like, my goals. So, first off, I do plan to pay off my Walmart card, and I am going to be using the Walmart card next month for the soil because I wanted to buy some soil for my garden that I'm going to be fixing up soon. But I plan to use it with my EBT. I thought this was kind of interesting because I just happened to do it and discovered on Walmart.com recently that they had some actual plants of different like oreganos and thyme and stuff that they had like it's a EBT eligible. So I put a bunch of stuff in my plant my thing. So we're gonna do that. And then with whatever it does not cover, I'm gonna use whatever rest plans on my card, my Walmart card. It's like a Walmart credit card plus I get like points and stuff. So I was thinking about getting a grow light too because I need one of those artificial sunlights in case my plants need that. Because I don't know how much I'm gonna need, but I'll buy a few, at least like if I could buy two, that'd be awesome. Four be great, but if one, that'd be just fine. I'll work with what I got. You know what I'm saying? Um, but for now, I'm just like I got one thing going, one with some soil, but it wasn't enough to fill it up. So, fortunately, all the plants died that I tried to transfer, which is fine. I totally take like full responsibility. I'm not a great gardener yet. This is just all part of learning. It's all trial and error, so I'm pretty super excited about it. Because I'm going to learn. How else are you going to learn except through experience? And I can't beat myself up over that experience. Or even if I'm out and about doing readings and stuff, I cannot beat myself up because what? I don't get like customers that day. I don't make money that day. I got to be patient. Everything takes time to really learn or to fully refine. For like refining metals in the forge, it takes time to refine it to make it pure and super good. But I've been making a few wines for different deities and stuff. So this is like a general fruit wine thing that I've actually made. And look at that. It's got all that good SCOBY and stuff. What I would use, it smells good. But I'm gonna let it ferment for a few more months, at least a few more months. Probably, it smells fine. It's, it smells like wine, and it has all the necessary properties. But this has only been for like a month, and I usually wait about 3 months. So I got like 2 more months left because this has been actually fermenting throughout July. So it's going to be exciting. I am going to add a few more stuff to it, like some more other ingredients. Like it's really good, but it's an offering for like the different deities and stuff that I do. So it's like what I tend to do is I tend to like, for example, say like I offer a bowl of fruits to like the general to the gods, right? To whom I don't just believe in gods and goddesses. I know there are angels, I know there are demons, I know there are all kinds of stuff. So I don't believe in anything in particular. I do call upon them for their assistance, but I believe in myself. All these other beings that I'm talking to are aspects of the all. So we all one big happy family, and it's all right if you call upon Zeus for some weather, like so. Hey Zeus, give me some rain up here. Oh yeah, I gotta be careful with what I wish for, but I swear to God. Oh, that's another thing. I'll make a note of it once I finish what I'm saying. But like I usually take those offerings with the permission, of course, and then I get once I get the permission to take it and use it for wine, I make wine out of it. So they're getting not only the fruit and the fruit offering, they're getting another offering on top of that. That's wine that takes time to develop. So it's really cool. Sometimes they're okay with certain things being removed, where others I have to like I have to explain to them, some because they don't have a sense of like time, and it's like their dimension is different from our dimension, so they don't really have to worry about insects or stuff because they can keep it fresh by their will alone in that dimension, right? So I have to explain to them that the deal is 3 days at maximum for an offering that's going to be made of like fruits or vegetables or like any sort of like food offering. I can only leave it for a certain amount of time. So hard candies can and like chocolates can last a little longer, but even still um it takes time. It really does. I mean, I have to not takes time. It I remove it, and we've developed a pretty good understanding over the years as far as me working with these different entities. Now, to kind of explain what offerings serve as like an energetic substitute, right? So if say you petition the god for money, right? Well, it needs to take the energy from somewhere, right? For it to assist you in helping with money, right? So, with that being said, um, the offering serves as a substitute from it without because if for example you ask for money, it might take energy from your love life, and say you're in a marriage, your marriage suddenly turns sour after you've asked for money, right? So it's like you definitely got to be specific with what you say and make sure your intentions are clear and what the contracts and the terms. So it's like overall, um, what was I going with this? Overall, and offering serve as an energetic buffer. I call it like a buff. It buffers and stops it from taking anything in your life, from out of anything in your life. Now, I also got to point out that misfortune is also fortune. You dismissed the fortune, right? People think that like when I work with like money, I don't just work with the different gods of fortune. I do work with the gods of misfortune and bad luck because um it's good to be in the good graces of both, because then you could learn how to prevent yourself if you because I've worked with these spirits of misfortune and bad luck and stuff, because I wanted to know what I should watch out for. How do I know if this is a spirit misfortune, right? So or a spirit of poverty, I guess would be the word I'd be looking for in case of money. So I'd want to I work with them in order to be able to defend myself if necessary. If someone is sending me a spirit of misfortune or a spirit of poverty, a spirit of lack, right? Now, I will be also honest and say that my mentality wasn't great. I am still working on it. I do sometimes get down and depressed and really have those days where it's like, damn, should I continue doing this? But then there's also those days where spirit reminds me of the people that I've helped. It's like, man, it's just like, it reminds me, sorry. It reminds me that, I'm doing good work for people. Um, so like, the point is, I don't use the spirits of misfortune, poverty, bad luck. I don't use them on people. If anything, like if you were to attack me first, then I would attack you. I don't throw the first punch. I never will. But how I would attack you energetically. I don't want to use the word attack because that sounds too aggressive. I want to say the word defend because I'm merely acting in defense to protect myself, right? And how I usually do it is I call in the spirits of misfortune in my life and be like, look, this is what's going on. Can you confirm if this is a spirit of misfortune of, sorts, right? Once I get confirmation from that, or if I don't get confirmation, I jump on to different spirit types of spirits. And I confirm and figure out what this is first. Then, after I figure out what it is, I then know how best to handle it. I keep that barrier. But what I do is I send it away with love. But I also were to do a return to sender spell that, in a way, I want you to learn how it feels to be on the receiving end. Because that person that's sending you that negative energy, right? They could be laughing their ass off. And if they know consciously that they are doing a spell to hurt you, that makes my return to spender harder for them because I'm sending it back to them with love. Not only that, I'm returning their energy back. So they're getting it backfired into their face. They're gonna wonder where the hell this is coming from. But the thing is love. And so they won't know where it's coming from because I make that intention very clear. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to hurt you, but I want you to know how it feels that you just did this to someone else. So it's like I'm teaching you a lesson, a soul. I guess you could say a lesson, and how it feels. Because I want them to understand it's not a good feeling, and that we should all just try to get along. So it's like I only like, for example, let me use the example. Now I've come a long way since then. I've learned other methods besides this. So this is just one of many different techniques that I use. I don't always do this process. I have plenty more tricks up my sleeve. Um, for one time, I had a really nasty roommate who really ruined my life. I really didn't have to do anything because the spirits I work with, they already did some stuff. But what I did was I took all of my pain and all of my suffering and I made it into a doll of Nicholas, right? And I said, I want you to know how it feels to have this pain, to have this suffering. And until you learn how to be like, how to not inflict this pain onto others anymore, you're going to feel this pain. Because I want you to the whole point of my craft is I want you to better yourselves. So, like, I will put that dark energy to work to make you be better because I know you could do better. I love you so much that I know I'm so proud of where you are right now, but I know that I can see you in the future. And I'm like, how I'm gonna explain this. Like, I know this roommate of mine, where he was. I understand that where his position was in life, both mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, all of that. And I love that. But I also love you enough that I'm going to push you and propel you to be better, right? So that's what my kind of spell work. It's all in the name of love. And I never use my spell work to harm. It always ends once you've learned how to to stop inflicting a pain or an emotion, like things like that. Like that's the kind of spell work I do. I guess you could say it's karmic spell work where but karmic is such a strong word. It's hard to really explain what the kind of craft I do. I just know that I do what I do, right? And that's just my goal. Now, my goal is to actually, with my goal with my craft now, is to actually put a lot of these old techniques to rest and to, if possible, reprogram them in deeper love. Because, I would love myself, but I've noticed that, like, some of my spell works weren't so like completely unconditional loving. It had limitations, so now I'm going back to all my and adjusting everything in my grandmother's. So yeah, I've actually been really intrigued lately with all this love, and just like I'm just trying to use the love I have for all existence to help myself physically, reality wise, to get to match everything, because I want to stay in constant unconditional love. So, a lot of my spell energy work practices have to be tweaked to match what I want to be. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did throw the occasional black magic, or I guess you could say, not so great magic. Because there really is no dark or light when it comes to magic. It depends on the caster. In this case, I did want this person to suffer. 1 minute while I get a cup of water. I spilled some on me. Sorry, I spilled some on me. So when I did that, I felt so horrible after. And I don't want to say that the threefold law exists. I really think that threefold law stuff depends on your personal belief, and what you believe to be true is true. It's your truth. And what you believe to be true is your truth, is what I want to say. And so, like, I don't personally believe in it, but I noticed that I suffered more in retaliating in a negative way if I would have retaliated in a positive way, it would have caused a lot less suffering on myself. So I've been readjusting my craft slowly but surely to where I'm eventually, I don't think I'll need to have like fancy tools. I technically don't use any real tools anymore. A lot of it's just for show or for people that um need it. Like if I feel like they need it, if a goddess guides me to do something, or like a god or something, or an angel, even a demon, a demon. But I want to say Goetia because the word demon is very derogatory. Um, Damon is referred to basically put a negative spin on mm, spirits in general, to demonize them because the church wanted you to not connect with the spirit world, and they actually fear a lot of what. Oh, damn, that makes sense now. Sorry, something that I was listening to earlier makes a lot of sense now. Just made a whole lot of sense. That's what those squirrels are. Wow. Sorry, I'm just like epiphany after epiphany. So I had this dream, guys, where I was dreaming of the Pope. I was seeing the snake's head, and I remember there was like a riot of sorts. Like something bombed the church. I had the snake head or something, and me and a few people, like it was like a small army. We were going in to retrieve. So there was this distraction, and we went and retrieved all of these like artifacts, and it was so weird because the Pope had a picture of me. Now, mind you, this is the spirit world. This is not the dream world. Even though I say it's a dream, my body was asleep, but this is stuff I was seeing like from the future, like future self, right? So like I'm assuming it's the future me because it felt like me in the future. Like I could see my reflection. I was still me this life, you know. So it's like I'm thinking it is a future that may or may not happen. But what ends up happening was I got this cup, this wooden cup, this box. This box was like so like I cannot explain it. Like it was the same box that showed up to me in a previous dream with the goddess Hecate. And apparently she like has placed it in that church. I mean, I guess it's part of the journey. I'll figure out why. But there's all these like ingredients. Like I could tell that this box had some stuff in it, some important either ingredients or tools or something was in the box, something important. And then the other thing was a book. It did have the insignia of the Tree of Life. I do remember that. And it was interesting because the back had this weird writing. It kind of reminded me of biogeometry, but not biogeometry. Like a weird writing, like of script and like a prophecy or something of sorts. And so that happens. And the thing about it is, they had like crack addicts that were coming in to the church, just taking random stuff that they thought was of value. I try to take the powerful, like I try to keep like it all safe. I'm only one dude, you know, someone's gonna get away, like. But I made sure to like energetically put trackers on them, so I knew that I'd be able to find them because at that point we had a lot of our abilities. So I needed to. I was like having these trackers. I placed them on certain people because I was like, you know, you take stuff that looks important, that stuff that's for the people, not just for you to just loot, you know, because there was some looters, right? But check this out. So like we get to this one part of the dream. All of a sudden, people be tossing what I thought was burritos. I did think it was burritos. That just goes to show because I was hungry that morning. So like I woke up hungry. Like I was like expending some energy. So I think my mind instantly thought it was burritos, but after meditating on the dream, I discovered like, wait a minute, those aren't burritos. Those are scrolls. Like tons and tons and tons of scrolls. They were coming like out of these two boxes, like, and they were just full of scrolls. The scrolls were like jumping out of the box. No one was near the boxes. I mean, they were like coming, magnetizing towards me. So I knew I needed to take these scrolls. So I had some people help me load this stuff up, but there were still so many scrolls. And so I was listening to a audiobook that my friend was playing while we were on our way back because we just came back yesterday late in the evening. So we come back. As we come back, we listened to this book by Dolores Cannon, and there's this person that talks about these scrolls being kept in this like golden box. They can't read it. They know it's valuable, but they can't read it. Right? They don't know how to use it. And I was just thinking, like, damn, the Ark of the Covenant is gold. But it's not a gold of this earth. I always felt like it was probably like some extraterrestrial type shit. But but whenever I was to feel, because in the dream I felt it, it felt like gold, but it was like it wasn't gold at the same time. If that makes any sense, like it has some sort of alteration to it or something, like some extraterrestrial spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, point is that's where these scrolls were coming from. With these two big boxes, and both of them had like the two winged angels facing each other like this. They were like two angels on it. So I know those were like the Ark of the Covenant, but I'm wondering if I thought there was only one. Is what I thought. So why was I seeing two? Or was I seeing it in the mirror? You know, I could have been just seeing it in the mirror and I was just not paying attention. That's probably what it was. It was probably in front of a mirror and I was seeing it like it was a double thing. That's probably what it was. But if there is two, I'll definitely try to grab all the scrolls. Like those were important. Like they accumulated so many scrolls from all. I was even touching some of them after I was doing the meditation to go back into that dream state. I touched some of these goals, and some of these came from like monks and stuff. It was weird. It was like, whoa, they died protecting, like they were died to protect us and stuff. It was crazy. Like, whew, crazy. Oh, lords and ladies. I'm kind of intrigued about what's going on in these times. I'm here. I'm not like particularly taking anyone's side. I can give two fucks. If we're meant to die, we're gonna die. We're gonna die regardless, because that's just the cycle of life for you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I will do what I can to make sure everything flows according to the laws of balance in the multi universe. So like I just like observe. I try to guide and be helpful, but I don't interfere with this stuff because that's just that's me personally, a personal choice. But if it does come to a point where somehow there's an opportunity for us to get those sacred relic and stuff, you best believe I'm gonna be one of those people that be okay if I gotta do by plane. I don't care if I gotta teleport. I don't care how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the Vatican. If we're gonna be taking our these sacred relics. These a lot of the stuff the Pope lied. Like the reason why he doesn't want us to have these goals because it would completely change the story they've been feeding to us for centuries. And I know that for a damn fact. Because I have memories of different past lives, so I know what's going on. I know all the you best believe it, I know what's up. And I know it would not surprise me if I'm on one of their watch lists, these dark people like that want to just keep us under control in to keep us dum-dums. Excuse me, who the hell are you? What kind of spirit you is? You a frog? You can't be are you really a frog? Mm. Just to be safe, I'm invoking Haniel's light, and I ask that her should come down and collect this whatever this leopard thing is. It's obviously something, and I like the way it's giving me those vibes. Thank you, Haniel. You scoop that thing up, and I can turn you take it to where it needs to go. If it's not a good spirit, fine. If it's just a good spirit, just let it be, But like, I don't know what kind of spirit this thing is. It give me those weird vibes, like it's got a hidden, like agenda. It's so interesting. It's like as soon as you talk about this stuff, you can feel like they try to start peering in. Like I can feel that stuff. Hey, how you been? Oh, I've been doing good. Chaylee. I just been talking about like random stuff from experiences to sometimes some spirits be coming in and be like, I gotta be like, yo, I got my mom. I'm in the physical. When I'm upstairs, you can talk to me upstairs. I've been talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't really have anything in particular to talk about. Just updates and stuff. I was talking about the garden that I'm going to be growing, what I plan to do with that. I'm super excited because as soon as this really gets booming, I'll have like herbs and stuff that I won't have to like spend so much money buying fruits and vegetables and stuff. Heck yeah, on the garden. Oh, what I decided to do was do an indoor garden because I was gonna transplant them over to the when I get a property on my actual plot of land that I have, I do plan to like transfer the garden stuff over there. So and then have that be growing in its natural habitat. You know what I'm saying? I do plan to grow potatoes, but not yet. I wanna wait until I would just want to wait a little bit. That's just me personally. Um I want to see if I could make I think I can grow potatoes here. I just would. I just need to double check if I need to give it any what sell it or anything like that. Very nice. It's good to see you. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen you, but I've been trying to keep the videos up, even if it's just talking about goals and stuff that I've been talking about, stuff like that. Um, I haven't really came up with anything in particular to talk about because I really don't know what people on my channel are really looking for. I mean, like, hmm. Um, I personally thought I didn't have a green thumb, but then like I started working with like the dragons and the fae, and they really helped me and really understand plants. You gotta think of these plants as humans because they are alive just like us. So like they need water, they need sunlight, they need certain vitamins and minerals that they alone can need. So I would recommend I do crystals with mine. I put crystals in the dirt. I'm actually gonna paint some biogeometry around the tubs because I've used biogeometry in my planting. It has made my garden very successful. So I would recommend this book called Biogeometry Energy Signatures by Dr. Ibrahim Kareem. I actually have the PDF file, so if you want to contact me on Facebook, I'd be more than happy to. I just would need your email, but I don't want to like ask you to type it here. Um, if possible, contact me privately because I respect people's privacy. I don't want you to be having that up and. But I could send that to you, and then yeah, I could send you that, and then I would recommend copper. I've noticed that copper tends to help life energy flow more. Like it's a superconductor. So if you put like those seven inward spiral copper copper wire made of copper wires, the seven inward spiral is good for projecting energy. So what I would recommend, and this is something I have not tried myself yet. I will be honest with you because I don't have a big garden yet, but I will let you know my personal results. But this is something I actually got. I have been meaning to get a bracelet. Are you talking about a bracelet from me? Um, because as you know, I do copper jewelry and stuff. Oh, copper one. Okay. But this thing came to me from I guess you could say his name was Thoth and from the Akashic Records. Yes, I do copper jewelry. It is custom made. So what it makes it really expensive. Honestly, like I won't want to say really expensive, but I do it by commission and I go off the stones that you want me to use. So I incorporate that how much it's going to cost you along with the time. Like I charge you for the materials and the time and effort it takes. I put a lot of energy into these bracelets and stuff, so I do make them with love and I have them supercharged. Like, if you're wanting something for life and vitality, I do work with the fairies and dragons to really soup that energy up. I really do. I don't make them unless by commission. So unless you're wanting to like, hey, I would like a bracelet from you. Now that doesn't mean I don't accept installments because I know how pricey my copper jewelry is, my candles and stuff, and I know we in some tough times as is. So I do accept installments if that's something we can work out in private. If you do want to get a bracelet from me, Shaylee. And just so you guys know, my Facebook is Hecate Oak La Fe, right? Um, so I could say that the general price is anywhere between 175 to 200. That's if I'm working with like, cause some of the crystal beads they're like 12 something a pop, like $12 and some change. Some of them are 24. It really depends. The what really makes it pricey is the crystals, because I get them from the shop called Stone Direct from Etsy. That's what really makes it pricey. And but I try to work with the clients because honestly, I really care about you guys. It's really not about the money. I mean, the money helps me out, but that doesn't like. And it's the same when it comes to my herbal my artwork and stuff because I do custom artworks where if you're wanting me to channel a specific energy or a specific being that you want me to channel, what I do, it comes out as oracle art. And it's got sometimes it got herbs and spices to crystals, sand, to crystals on them, and that's also by commission, and it varies depending on how much it takes. Sometimes these paintings take like one time I had a week. There was so much with this one. There was just so much energy, so much intricacy with the details and stuff. So, what is my sign? Oh, I'm a Gemini, honey, a Gemini sun. Um. So yeah, who this? Who be texting me? Sorry, this was answering something. I love it. And of course, you were my North Node. I love that. That was me. What do you mean I'm your North Node? I mean, I know North and blah. I know North Node is all about the future and we mean other stuff, but I'm not much of an astrologer. Said a friend request on Facebook. Okay. Let me see. Chaley R. Wood. Wait. See that one? Okay. But it's interesting. So like last night I was feeling like my gifts have been getting super strong. So last night I was feeling like I was gonna get money when I got back. Like I was like I knew I was gonna make some money, right? So I got a text from a friend of mine who I haven't heard from her in a while. And it's funny because she was my cab driver, and it's so interesting. Like I gave her a reading, then she comes back to me and wants like an actual reading. It's like we have an interesting relationship. My North Node is in Gemini. Oh, so okay, so that's what that means. Um, so it's just so interesting, and then she comes. I think this is I think it's the same person I'm talking about, but she comes to me and was like, "Oh, I got some friends in town. I thought of you, but unfortunately, I was not there." when her friends were in town. So I told her like I do, because I do over the phone, through Messenger, through Zoom. We make it work, honey. We make it work. Honestly, my time sessions pay me more than I really do for my Google job pays me. You know, um, but yeah, where was I going with this? So my point is, I was feeling like there was gonna be some money, and I've been getting things left and right. Like people wanted me to, for someone wanted a spell jar from me, because I do. I don't call them spell jars. Some people refer to them as spell jars. I call them manifestation jars, right? Because people these day and age, they think spellcraft is evil, is devil. So I try to go with what best fits people right now at this moment in time, right? So um I go with manifestation materialization because that's what people are accepting, right? It says it is high right now. We have had out our second 777 portal yesterday. There was a second one. My friends were doing ayahuasca yesterday. No, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. Which would be, what's the day? Days of Monday till Saturday, yeah. Sorry about that. Yes, and we have a third on the 25th. But yeah, that's 25. That's, yeah, it's 7. Okay, oh, right. You're right. I gotta take advantage of that and do some meditation on that day. Um, so what was I talking about before we talked about that 777 portal? Oh, point is, I just was feeling like was getting money, and I've been seeing signs of money coming in. Um, Something important that I gotta learn, and I'm gonna invest in as soon as things get settled down, and I save up a little bit. Like, I don't know if I told you guys, but um, those credit cards, man, they get you. So what ended up happening was, I called. Someone was stole my card, right? So I called them. They fix it. But I thought it was interesting because they took off all the charges, right? And I just got finished talking to Expo well how I could only pay like for one of them. What do I do? So I had to call them. So it's like it turned out okay, right? But like Expo well has really been keeping me on a tight leash, so to speak, to keep me on track. Because I asked them, I wanted to pay off this Walmart credit card that I have, and I wanted to like completely get off that. That way I could like, because I used to be just fine with my debit card. Now, like with these credit cards, it's kind of like an addiction for me because I got a shopping addiction. Not a shopping addiction as in like I buy random shit. Like I do use the money that I get from the credit cards to buy things that are going to help me, like for example the garden, right? But for this month, I'm paying it off because next month, no, I lie. I'm paying off this one, right? For the Walmart credit card. That's Gucci, right? But I have like this thing with my bathroom that I gotta pay for, right? I swear to God, it's something with the vibrations. It's so weird because like as soon as I got my replacement card, I swear to God, this thing was buzzing. This thing was vibrating. And then I realized, man, this got an evil spirit up in it. So do not fucking buy these credit cards. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, they probably stuff it with some evil spirit that be trying to make you come in debt. Like they'll come to the dark side, come get some milk and cookies. Wait. But don't take that milk and cookies. Don't be like Darth Vader. He took the milk and the cookies and thought he was getting some rainbows and sugars. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, his son was like he rejected, like, you ain't my father, bitch. No, he stayed on the light side. He was good. He was Gucci, right? We all gotta be like Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda. May the force be with you. No, seriously. Like it would not surprise me because yes, we do got dark people in positions of power that want to keep us lower. Because what they're really afraid of is that we would open our eyes. Why do you think ayahuasca and peyote, they want to fight to keep that shit illegal? Because as soon as we take that spiritual medicine, this is sacred medicine we're talking about here, we're going to open up like, man, the fuck is, what? We're looking at everything and be like, damn. And it would not, like, I'm just saying, like, that's just how it is. People be like that. People will be like that. Once we open our eyes, they're afraid of what we could do. People don't understand. We have the power system, and I think it was our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence. We have the right to dismantle the government and reconstruct it, as long as it is not for light or transient reasons. Hold on. Yes, I was responsible today and paid my rent. My landlord is when he would let me pay some on one check. Yeah, the 7-7 portal is really helping those that are really in need right now. So it's so interesting. What is this? I don't want no Super Smash. See, what did I tell you? We got some spirits up in here. Hey, I was just thinking about how I wanted this game, right? Super Smash Bros. Swear to God. I swear to God, we got some evil spirits be trying to tempt them people up in here. You trying to seduce me? But I forced myself to be responsible. I'm just getting back on my feet because Spirit had me in time out for like 7 months later. Oh my God, no, I believe you, girl. Spirit be spirit, and as much as I hate to admit it knows what it's doing. It knows what it's doing, even if we don't like what it's doing. I'm gonna say this again. Spirit knows what it's doing, even if we do not like what it is doing. It knows what's best for us. Like, trust me. Trust me. And I'm sorry you couldn't work. I'm sorry about that. Sorry to hear that. Sending you some extra healing and extra love. I did a lot of healing and self-reflection though in spiritual caring. Yes, I know, right? Oh my God, there's this it's so interesting. So Michael, right? Archangel Michael, I totally believe it's him because every time I pray to him for something, he always, before he breaks my phone, like I know it's spiritually guided, he makes sure either A, I have a second phone, or B, make sure I got the money to get the new phone. The reason being is sometimes I break my phone. Now, I don't break it on purpose. Let me just make this clear. I'm not purposely smashing my phone. Let me just make this clear. It's like when you drop it and it just busts. Like, that's how it is. Like, I don't purposely smash my phone. I'm going to make this clear. I do not purposely smash my phone. But spirit be spirit, and something happens to our phone. I swear, one time I was just waving it around. Bloop, it found the water. I swear to God. I could not. And I did the right thing too. That's how you know Michael, whenever he breaks my phone, I know it's for a reason. I know it's got spiritual shit. It's got spiritual attachments to it of not so good spirits. It's like my phone somehow collects all these things. And what he does is he breaks it, breaks that connection. It always, whenever my phone breaks completely, I know he's just doing his job, protecting me, cutting the final cords of that chapter in my life or that energy in my life. Because they last me for a pretty long time, even if they are cracked like this one is. It don't last me good, but when it breaks, I know it's like, okay, he closed the chapter of energy in my life, right? It says, I love Michael, all of them. I work with Michael. Oh, I work with them all, honey. Telling you. I actually started working with the Angel of Forgetfulness, Layla, because I've been working with memory recall and stuff and all good stuff. It's been a fun journey up until this point. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it's been fucking tough. It has been rough. It's been tough and rough, but like dogs, they have it rough too. See what I did there? They have it rough too. Seriously, because they're healers too. Like dogs, cats, anything, any animal is a healer because it's always grounded to the earth. It's absorbing negativity, bringing it down to earth. Makes sense, but yeah, it does. No, I swear to God, I had asked Michael about this just to confirm it was him or if it was something else. No, he confirmed it was him, and then he said, "Do not be surprised if this phone breaks." But he said he would get me the money, right? He would get me the money first before he breaks it. And what do you know? I'm getting all these people that want a reading from me or wanting some jewelry from me, right? Money. I know as soon as I get that money, he's gonna break this phone. I can just see it now. Like he be working. He he be on it. Like he doesn't break my phone unless there's a like he does it for a good reason. Like there's energy, right? Your phone is with you pretty much 24/7 throughout your day. It's collecting all of the energetic cords, so to speak. I mean, you got the cords here too, but it's got a copy, so to speak, of the cords, right? Oh, that is freaky as fuck. That is. Sorry, my phone went like pixelating. I'm like, whoa. Um, my phone be off the charts. See, that's how you know you talking about spirit and spirit be showing itself in mysterious ways. Where to God, my phone was just pixelating. That's how you know things are up. uh, but like I know when he does break my phone or any electronic for that matter, I know it's because he's cutting off an energy that's trying to follow me when I'm trying to go forward in life. So he always like I trust in him. He has never ever let me down. Yeah, that's probably why he broke. But that's probably why he broke my first. He didn't break. I wish he would have taken this one out because this one is the old one. The one he took out was the new one. You see what I'm saying? But you know what? Just start thinking about that. He probably took out the new phone I got because if this phone was energetically transferring those cords to this new phone. So he was cutting that off, then cutting this off, like the old. So it's like, I see what he doing. Um. Oh, so I got confirmation that the fairies like my hat. So I did add some stuff to my hat last time we spoke. Okay. So mind you, it's a little different. It's got bells. Some of the bells came off. I'm gonna reattach these bells. I'm gonna redo the wire on all of this stuff, right? But it's got hold on. It's got hold on. Let me pull you up here. Hold on. It's got bells and stuff. It's got like the 5-pointed star on it, not like traditional pentagram, but it's got 5 points, so I use it for basic elemental protection. And then it's got these ribbons that I finally attached to it. It's gotta have white. It's gonna have a white one that's I'll have to make a hole for it, but it's gonna have some white coming through there. And when I was at my friend's house, he had like a spirit box, or whatever they used to hear spirits be speaking, and the fairies they were like telling um in the spirit box that they loved my hat. And so I promise they did not want me to leave. I swear to God, the fairies loved my hat. So I was like, I promise I'll come back and I'll make like a version that you guys could have for the fairies. Like I will totally do that. Oh, that damn it! That reminds me, I still need to buy that hat from Davina shop because I wanted I make I make hats like the one you just saw. I do make hats like that for the commission too as well. I do all kinds of stuff from soaps, candles, art, all kinds of arts and crafts stuff. Um, that reminds me, I gotta make an order sheet. There's just so much to do before the Renaissance Fair be coming. The Renaissance Fair uh, is coming up quick. I still got stuff I need to do. Damn. But how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you doing, Charlie? Oh, thank you for loving the hat. I love it too. It's nice. It does its job. Raven does her job, and she does protect me. I swear to God. Sometimes I wear that hat backward, and she let me know when people be staring behind me. It's so cool. My hat's so awesome. It's so cool. Um, but that's how I know I'm doing energy right. Like I know what I'm doing with energy. You doing meh? Well, if there's anything that I can do to make you from meh, happy and let me know. Oh my God, I gotta put cards game. That settles it. And I know the perfect day. I know I just saw you. Where the hell you at? Hold on, honey. Hold on, honey. I need to find the dick. I know that. Oh, it's right in front of my face. Okay, I got it. Now where's my name of my lighter? Because I want to do something. Look how the sun and the Holy Ghost. Um, let's see. Is it over here? If I can't find it, oh well. I wanted to light some incense, but if I cannot find the lighter, obviously I won't be able to light incense. That's obviously not here. Okay. I need one more place to chat. Okay, that's complete. Okay. What I'll do is later tonight, let me turn on this AC. What I'll do later tonight is I'll light some, because I wanted to light some lavender for peace of mind, vanilla for beauty, and some cinnamon to really get the extra boost of energy, and for eucalyptus leaves for healing. But I cannot find the lighter, so I'm just gonna put them back in there. Okay. It says, hold on. Let me see. I need glasses. Well, I have many blessings that I am thankful for. Okay, you're the best. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Like, I totally get it. Some people, when they come to me and they had a breakup, they don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right. So I'm calling upon the angels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. I'm calling you by your first rank archangel, to your second rank cherubim, and your third rank is seraphim. I call upon each and every rank that you've been, that I know of from this moment and in the past. I know that you are powerful angels, and I ask that you give guidance to Chaley. As she has just got some breakup, she's going through all the energy. I know she knows she's got a pretty good head on her shoulder, but anything would be helpful, like right about now. Okay. And Shayla, you just tell me when to stop, darling. You tell me when to stop. I know it does hurt, but you gotta leave yourself open to love. Some people are just not meant to be together, and that's just how it is. I'm being told to stop, so I'm gonna pull the first 4 cards. And these first 4 cards are gonna be from the angels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Holy. So Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel have given me these 4 cards. Now is this one card that popped out. So I'm going to read the card that popped out, and what's interesting is the Goddess of Strength. Stand up for what you believe in. You will gain respect by holding your ground. Now, I feel like this is like strength, like inner strength. And like the vibe I've get is like you're now, like now is the time to channel the inner strength that you will get through this, but you gotta channel that inner strength, that inner warrior, right? Which I already feel like you're already doing. But interestingly, we got the angel of families. The angels surround both you and your family at the moment. So obviously that's them saying, yeah, we're always here with you, right? So the angels are always around you. I definitely feel that's pretty evident with that card. Now, the God of Reflection says the quality you see in others are simply your own reflection. So when I was asking why I bring this card up, I saw the reflecting on what happened between the two of you. And it wasn't so much of like reflecting to see what you guys could have done better, but reflecting on, okay, what was the lesson? What why did I go through this experience? What was I trying to learn? Meditate on that, because it was like a feeling of trying to understand, okay, why did I go through this experience? What was I trying to experience? What was I trying to grow or let go of? What was the reason for this experience? It was like a lot of meditating on that. So I hope that helps you with that. Now, the other card that came through was the Goddess of the Sacred Path. Let go of logic and trust your intuition. And this card, it showed me that the reason this card was saying that partly why the reason that it did not work out was because you need to learn how to be your own goddess, your own independent. Not that you're not independent as it is, but a deeper level of honoring and respecting the self, as you are a very powerful, beautiful goddess. Okay, so it's like it's more of like deepening the honoring, the love, and the respect that you give for yourself. Instead of just skin deep, it's more like you're going to be learning how to honor, respect, and love yourself and your body. Really, it's all about the body, you know, deeper. And then the angel of expression, speak your truth, express yourself clearly. So this is also going to help you like to speak your truth, to know what it is you're looking for next time. You know, I hope that helps, but I'm going to pull some other cards from a different deck to see if there are any messages from your spirit guides, ancestors, really. And I'm going to have another deck that I'm going to use just for spirit animals. So I hope what I said makes sense. It resonates so far. If it doesn't resonate, that is okay. Not all readings resonate or make sense, but just have an open mind. You know how it is. Now, I'm asking that the ancestors of Chile please come forward at this time. What messages do you have for Chile at this time? It was interesting. As soon as I started saying the these two cards popped up. Now, Spirit says the answer to your question, it says Spirit says, but then it says like a little thing underneath. Now, I guess if you were asking a question about like this relationship, the answer is no. So I guess you're not getting back together. Because I saw like an image of like, I don't know why, but they wanted to just confirm that whether or not you asked her or not, but they wanted you to know that you guys are not getting back together for energetic reasons, lessons that need to be learned. I so very much appreciate you, and you're a gorgeous soul. Oh, thank you so much. Now, the other one was Leap of Faith. Says, let down your guard and take a risk. But I'm thinking it's like taking a leap of faith and being on your own, and like the one with the goddess of the sacred path. It's more of like you're taking a leap of faith and being alone for a while in order to really get in touch with the self, the soul, like on a very deep, sacred goddess-like level, if that makes any sense. Well, what else do your guides have to say? I'm going to reshuffle that. That does not feel right. What else do they have to say? These cards are jumping tonight. Okay. Truth revealed. What once was hidden is now being revealed. And I'm hearing the word dreams. So a lot of your dreams will have truth, will have messages to explain certain things. I'm hearing set your questions before you go to bed, and then meditate on searching for those answers, and your dreams will manifest those, will take shape of what those answers are. Like you're gonna like set your question. Like I'm seeing you saying, will I get this job for this company called say Rex, right? Then you meditate on the answer, and you may have a dream where you do get the interview and you do get the job and you get accepted, right? Or you may have a dream where you don't get accepted. It really all depends. But I'm thinking like, hello, Mary. Hi, Mary. Hi. It's been a while. But overall, like, um, I'm feeling like you're gonna have to take like your dreams into account. I think your dreams are gonna have some answers. Now, I'm gonna see if there's anything else, but I'm feeling like Spirit says no. We'll see. Is there anything else that you want to say? Anything else? I'm hearing no, and then I'm hearing the one maybe. Okay, so is it no or maybe? Which one is it? Maybe. Anything else? Third eye, psychic abilities are increasing, so obviously, yes, third eye dreams, right? But the interesting is, I feel like these two cards are from a mother spirit, a mother ancestor, like maybe a mother, grandmother, loving auntie. Or dreams lately. Um, it says closure, time to move on and close this chapter. I'd recommend doing a cord cutting, or I could do that as well. I usually charge for the cord cutting like a donation, whatever it is you feel. And then fertility, bringing dreams to life, major growth and progress, possible pregnancy. Obviously, I don't think you're pregnant. I mean, maybe you are, but I feel like though, like she's saying that it's time to end this with this Capricorn, and I'm seeing like you doing a cord cutting ritual, right? But I'm also seeing like you setting new intentions of new goals of growth for yourself. Like it's all about you. This part of the chapter is all about you. Okay? Just want to let you know that. And she's just giving this like laughter and like she doesn't know it yet, but it's like this vibe of like she doesn't know it yet, but she's gonna love this like oh my god, you are in such good hands. I don't think you need to worry. I'm pretty sure you know what your heart's desire. Interesting. Get in alignment with what you want it to attract and manifest. Then she's showing me excuse me. She's showing me a like a triangular shelf, and there's all these crystals on it. And she was talking about rearranging and cleansing some crystals. I don't know if you have crystals, but they need to be cleansed and then rearranged to be more feng shui to help bring in positive energies. I hope so far whatever has been spoken resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But feedback is very much appreciated. Now, are there any spirit animals that can are able to assist her through this new chapter? Obviously, she's in this new chapter in the very beginning. So, are there any animals? And I'm first seeing a fox, and then a raven, and then we got the wolf. I was just about to say the wolf. So, wolf is definitely going to be one of those spirit animals that you're going to want to connect to, honey. What else? Are there any other spirits? I'm seeing a stag and a grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are strength and power. Stags are about authority. Nope, nothing else. Got it. Cool. Says okay, I do have crystals. Yeah, maybe cleanse them, and then I actually would recommend if they're ones if you don't want to wash them with water, because I get it, some stones are fragile with water. I actually did a cleansing video where I talked about a few different methods. And the one that I am getting from your spirit guide is I'm seeing you having a bowl of salt. I'd also recommend some black pepper if you're wanting to banish the energy. But a bowl of black salt. I'm not black salt. Obviously, black salt is important. So if you were thinking about making some, definitely make some. But I'm seeing some salt, preferably sea salt, because I would recommend sea salt, because that's with the lunar tide energy. And on a full moon, you have the sea salt and all these crystals on it, and the moon, you bring, and I see you like energetically weaving the energy into the crystals to cleanse and to give it that feminine energy. Love the fox so much. Oh, Odin is a spirit guide of mine, Raven. Oh, cool. He's one of my dudes too. Odin's pretty cool. Black salt is used for protection. Now I've seen black salt and I have used black salt. When I, for example, say I got parchment paper and I'm trying to banish something, right? So I write down whether it's the person or energy I'm trying to banish. I turn to ash, mix some salt in. And then what I do is I'm banishing, I toss it in like a stream or some running water and just cleanse out the bowl and whatever, and then sprinkle salt on it, and then let it hang out in the night air. Don't bring it in the house, obviously. This salt can be used. I actually have this salt that I've been hanging on to that is going to be used as a very powerful hot foot powder that I got to do. I gotta finish it actually. It reminds me, I gotta finish that. I got the graveyard dirt. I just need to get the camphor oil. That'll be all set. But black salt is mostly used for protection. But I also make. I would recommend if you're wanting to do if you live in the house, I'd recommend making a nice 16-ounce jar with black salt on the new moon. A nice you could do a gray or just a salt for the the half moon, right? You know, the halfway point, and then a salt for the full moon. I actually use for the full moon salt. If you want a good recipe, that is for I use moonstone, like moonstones, and I mix it with moonstones and like moonstone gemstone sand. So if black salt, if I'm making it for new moon energy, I usually do onyx, black tourmaline, or black kyanite. If I'm wanting it for really intense protection, I put black kyanite and black tourmaline with that onyx gemstone sand. Mm, really good. Mm, excuse me. But the reason why I recommend making 16-ounce jars is because if you got a front yard and a backyard and some in between the houses, I'd recommend on when the next new moon, make that salt and toss it around. You're putting the first layer of protection. Then for the when it gets to that halfway moon, you go out with that new half moon salt and you put it around for protection. Then you do for the full moon the same thing, just put it around for protection. And what you're doing is adding 3 layers of protection, but you're going with the flow of the moon. So this thing will be so powerful. This is actually a Hecate thing I got. This instructions, the salts in and of itself is from the goddess Hecate that I work with. She's the one who gave this ritual and stuff to me. Like, so I'm passing it on since you work with Odin, and I've actually worked with both. Um, so like, I have yet to do that yet for my property, but as soon as I get the land surveyed and I get the house on, I am gonna do that. I am going to do that. It says, when I do protection spells on my house, I burn my intentions into the salt. Okay. But for now, I am going to clear the energy now. Now, if you're open to it, I'd like to do some energy work for the general populace. I do energy work, and I feel like um, I want to do some protection for you guys to keep y'all protected and some healing. Is that okay for you guys? So you guys okay with that? I see that there are three people. I'm assuming one of them is Chaylee, and I see that there are two people. So two other people. So hey, Mary, I know she's here. My other moderator's here. And if a third person would like to say hi, feel free to say hi. I am Edgar. This is my channel. Yes, please. Cool. Well, I'll send it to the two of you. You say it's a new moon in Cancer, right? I first call upon the maiden, the mother, the crown. Anana Hekate Ayer. Anana Hekate Ayer. Anana Hekate Ayer. Past, present, future. I call upon you, the maiden, the mother, the crown. Assist me in the spell working to weave and sew and stitch and thread. Protection against emotional discord and strife, disharmony. Anything that does not serve them emotionally, I give forth this protection to protect them from unnecessary emotional discord and disharmony. And I also weave this new moon to shroud them in an energy that will hide them from any and all, whether they be spirits or physical, non-physical, just the all, that we are all one big infinite world, so like the all who may have any ill intentions or may be causing any unnecessary experiences, any unnecessary strife and discord, disharmony, mental stresses. I want that all, that these lovely souls to be protected. I heard the word thank you. So whoever said thank you, you're welcome. Okay. Now the last thing I'm gonna do is just gonna do some love and some healing. So we're gonna do some good stuff. So I am gonna use the love that I have for all existence. Yggdrasil, I call upon you. I call upon the world tree, the fade tree. I call upon the ruin, Urus, Fehu, Ingus, Othala, Lagus, Lagas, Bakana, Urus, to strengthen the life force, to grow and inherit the flow of life. By Pertha ruin, to be it to it will be so. Healing and regeneration. The grey-eyed wanderer, he who bears the golden eye, the thunder god, father to Balder and Thor and many children, the Aesir. I call upon you, the great wizard, the All-Father, the Creator, with the raven of thought and memory. I call upon you to bring forth healing, to bring forth life energy in its purest form, and to bring forth your protection. Let the ruins come to my mind. Ansus, Isa, Lagas, Fehu, Urus, Lagas, Berkana, Isa, Hagalas, Othala, Lagas, Dagas, Sawilo, Isa, Hagalas, Fehu, Ansus. Three says, Nauthis, Sawilo, Pertho. Berkana Tiwas. Iwas. 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 I hope that helped. I hope you felt something from that. I sure did feel their presences, and I could tell it was working. I started feeling. Oh, it says, "Yes, please, yes, please. Thank you so much. Thank you." That's probably who I heard probably saying thank you. And I said I started feeling that before I even started, and then um, looks like a blushing emoji. So I hope you guys felt something. I hope you loved it. It's interesting. Um, I send you love as well, so very much. Thank you. Love the butterfly and the shooting stars. Well, let me edit this. Oh, okay. I miss home. Are we talking about upstairs home? Or are we talking about a home here on the physical? You talking about Asgard and Valhalla? Trust me and believe. I feel you on that home stuff. Feel real for real. Well, I have to get going. Um, I hope you guys felt the energy work. I have to get going because I need to get some sleep. It's actually 4:04. Oh man, that was such a beautiful place too. I feel that. I sure feel that. Anyway, peace out, guys. I hope you guys are know that you are beautiful, awesome souls, and that you guys are powerful shamans, warriors, creators. You're all that in the mega tips. Kisses, loves, and hugs to all of you beautiful souls. Magical blessings to all of you. Oh, one more thing before I go. Because I do want to put, since this is a lunar protection, the maiden, the mother, the crown, I call upon you. Anana Hekate Ayer. Anana Hekate Ayer. I weave and I sew this lunar protection that each time the new moon becomes full and the full becomes the new moon, it is continuously this protection will protect them from unnecessary mental, emotional, physical strife, discord, and disharmony, and unbalanced energies, and spiritually and soul wise as well, and protect them when they astral travel. And I call upon Diana and Artemis, Selene, and many moon gods and goddesses. I ask that you channel the moonlight through me into my hands, and I weave this powerful moonlight to all who bear witness to this protection being done. Anyone who comes to watch this video, you will also receive the blessing of the moon. Palinduse fukaha, palinduse fukaha, palinduse fukaha, palinduse fukaha. This will always be renewed, every new to full and every full to new moon. This spell will always be revitalized. So, and it's always a blessing being able to share space with you. Okay, now I gotta get going now. I just wanted to quickly put that energy out there because I didn't want you to think that this protection was gonna dilute. I always like to put that regeneration to revitalize it. To regenerate it. So the moon's your regenerator, and we both know the moon is very powerful. And it does not hurt to soak up some moonlight, people. That's some moonlight. That's some good moonlight. Anyway, love you guys so much. Full body chills from my toes to my crown. Oh, I really am glad that you felt that. I actually, the Polynduce Fukaha came straight from not Hecate, wrong goddess, Artemis / Diana, and they both gave me that, and that's Diana's blessing of the hunt. But I use it as a way to channel her, so it's just so fun working with all these beautiful energies, these beautiful souls. Just love you all so very much. Anyway, love you guys. I have to get some sleep. Kisses and hugs and loves to all of you beautiful souls. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah.